Hi everyone, this is Simply Debbie Sue, and my internet and phone and cable, everything has been out for about 5 days, so I haven't been able to, I just lost touch with the world. I haven't been able to do a video or anything since the day after my anniversary. So my anniversary was last Wednesday, so I done a video the day after Thursday. So it's been about 5 days, and I've just been out of touch with the world. I live in the boonies, so the only way that I can do anything is through Wi-Fi. We don't have like a cell tower near me, to get signal or anything. I have to rely on, like Wi-Fi through my modem. And if my modem goes out, I lose my cable, I lose my TV, and I lose internet. I lose everything. So Thursday night, I'm a night owl, so I stayed up until 1 o'clock, maybe close to 2 o'clock, I'm not sure. I had everything. I had TV, I had cable, and internet. So sometime after I went to bed, everything went out, and I know I got up at 6 o'clock Friday morning, and I noticed my modem was orange. The light on it was orange, and it's always like a white, bluish light to let you know everything's working. So I knew that was strange. So I turned the TV on, nothing. Turned my laptop on, and it says no internet connection. So my cell phone, the reason I use my cell phone at home is if I, want to like get some kind of quick notification or use Messenger or something like that. So I have to rely on like a home phone, really, like a landline, to make calls or anything. It's more reliable. So I picked my phone up, and it was dead. There was no signal or anything, so I had nothing. But I had got an email like a week or so before that from my cable company. Said they was going to be working in my area soon, so we may have some kind of disruption temporarily. So I thought, okay, maybe that's what they're doing, is just working in the area, and within maybe a few hours everything would be on. So I wasn't really concerned or anything. But my husband and I, we had to go out to town anyway. So we went out to town and come back a little later in the day, and still nothing was working. The orange light was still on, but it was blinking every so often. And by then it was like maybe 5 or 6 hours or so later, and I thought, well, they should have been through with their maintenance work or whatever. But my brother-in-law, he lives right next door to me, really close, and so I could get enough. They have internet and everything, and sometimes I can connect to their house through their internet, and but she wasn't home, and I actually went out into the yard and stood out in the yard and could connect enough to their signal from their home. And I actually sent her a message and asked her if they had internet or anything when she left that morning, and she said yes, she thought that they did. So I thought, okay, it's something going on here at my house, and which that's not unusual because we don't have the best internet here at my home. Our company, even though it's a really well-known company, we're always having trouble here with the internet going in and out or something, and always having to call them. And it was just a couple months ago that we had them come out and fix something. So I stood out in the yard and tried to call the company, and anymore you can't get a hold of a live representative. You have to go through all this text messaging and all this stuff, and I did that, and they said they would send a signal to my box, and they said everything seemed to be working okay, which it wasn't. I didn't have any signal in my home. Nothing was working, and so finally, to make a long story short, they said they would have to schedule a tech to come out. And so that was Thursday. Nobody could come out until Tuesday. So Thursday, Friday, Saturday, that was like 4 days. or so, I don't know. Anyway, 5 days without, anything. And today, finally, somebody comes out and some kind of wires or something out back, was bad. I don't know. But anyway, I'm up and running. But within all those days, nothing. I was just out of touch with the world. But in some ways, that's good, because you can, you can read. You can actually read. So I did. I read books. I read my Bible. My husband was bored out of his mind and fussing up a storm, and I had to listen to that. So that's a bad thing. But for me, I just experienced some peace, without the internet and everything. But I missed everybody. I missed being able to, watch YouTube videos that I normally watch. I had some things that I really needed to do online that I do. I do some online work with some companies, and, some reviews and things that I do. But it wasn't the end of the world. But I am glad to be up and running and everything, so I can maybe do some YouTube videos and say hi to you all. So yeah, I'm glad to be back. So maybe I can start doing some regular YouTube videos. Maybe not every day, maybe 2 or 3 times a week, because I'm trying to get some things done at home. And I did do some things. I tried to work in my bathroom, and one thing I did was put up a new shower curtain. And I found out that not all shower curtains are alike. I had a shower curtain in my bathroom that I don't use much. It's a small bathroom. And I don't use that, tub or shower, because it has a leak and we just haven't fixed it. But I did want to, change out the shower curtain that had been hanging up there literally for years. And I found out that not all shower curtains is alike. So I stood there and I thought, I'm not going to take the shower curtain down. I'm just going to stand here and change it out. And so I started changing it out, and I got to the last link and found out, okay, this shower curtain, the old one, had 11, the round links, hooks or whatever, and my new one had 12. So here I am standing here, and I'm going to have to take this all down anyway. So I had to end up taking it all down, and just thankfully I had bought some new shower links or hooks or whatever you call them, hooks, when I bought that shower curtain. And I had to end up taking it all down anyway. So that was a little bit frustrating, but I found out, okay, not all shower curtains are the same. So that was a learning experience. So I got that done, and I'm putting some new rugs and everything down. I wanted to do that for spring, so I'm a little behind almost summertime doing that. So I've been working around my house during this whole time, getting some well-needed cleaning done. And so this morning, I didn't get my morning tea in. I usually have some hot tea in the morning, but I didn't do that. But I am getting some cold tea in. I saw this Lipton Fusions tea. Let me put my glasses on so I can read it. This Lipton Fusions Lemonade Iced Tea. I don't know if you've seen this. I had seen it advertised for about a month or so, and I wanted to try it. So I'm finally trying this new Lipton's Fusions tea in. So I'm going to give my review of it. So let me try it. I've already tried, a little bit of it, but I wanted to, try to drink a little bit more so I can give an honest review of this. So actually, it's the Lipton's Fusions Lemonade Iced Tea, and this is the pineapple mango lemonade flavor of this. And I have to say it's good, but you have a lot of the mango flavor coming through with just a touch of just a little bit of the pineapple flavor coming through at the end. And it's good, but I really can't taste tea. I can't really taste any tea at all. And would I buy this again? If I was really, really thirsty, and maybe if I was out and really needed something to drink, and I would probably buy it then, but on a regular basis, probably not, because I wanted to taste some tea in with this pineapple mango. I wanted like a mixture of tea with the pineapple mango flavor, but I'm not tasting any tea at all. I'm tasting like more mango than anything, and just a little bit of pineapple at the end, but I'm not tasting tea at all. So I thought that with Lipton that I would be tasting more tea, but I'm not tasting tea at all. But it has a really good mango flavor with just a little bit of pineapple. But I probably wouldn't buy this on a regular basis. But like I said, if I really was out and was thirsty and wanted just a really refreshing maybe pineapple drink or a mango drink with a little bit of pineapple, I would probably buy it, but not as a tea, not as a tea drink. I wouldn't. So yeah, I was just wanted to try that since I bought it, and I did buy the other one. They had another flavor, and I did buy that. And maybe in the next couple of days, when I'm maybe sitting out on the porch or something and really need something to drink, I'll review that one for you. So I just wanted to talk about that a little bit. So like I said, I had been getting a lot of my reading in since I didn't have internet or TV or anything to watch. So I did read The Sunroom by Beverly Lewis, and I got that all read, and it was really good. I love Beverly Lewis books, and this was something I picked up, I think, at maybe Salvation Army is where I got this. I'm not sure. So I read all of it, and it was really good. Beverly Lewis never disappoints. Like I said, I hardly ever buy a new book. I buy all my books secondhand at thrift stores, flea markets, yard sales, Salvation Army. And I bought this a couple years ago, and I got it off my bookshelf. And it's a light read. It's only got, let's see, it only has about 100 and, if I can get the pages over, about 141 pages in it. It's a light read, just maybe a day or a couple of days. Depends on how fast you read. Just took me a couple days of reading, picking it up off and on throughout the day. So it's called The Sunroom by Beverly Lewis. She's an Amish writer, and I love to read her books. And I'll read, the back of it in case you might be interested in reading it. It's called When I Was 12, I Made a Native Yet Desperate Pact with God to Keep My Ailing Mother Alive. It was the first time I ventured something so brazen, making a contract with the Almighty. So begins the story of Becky Owens, a talented and passionate young pianist on the verge of adolescence, when she learns the devastating news of her mother's critical illness. As the daughter of a country preacher in Lancaster County, Becky knows well the significance of sacrifice. In her bargain with God, she vows to exchange her most cherished possession for her mother's life. Hospital rules only add to Becky's sorrow. 12-year-olds aren't allowed to visit, so Becky and her mother must share tearful smiles through Lancaster's General's sunroom window. But a realization of power in music and a lesson in unconditional love compel Becky to rethink her deal with God, and the sunroom becomes a place where miracles happen. This was a really good read. I won't ruin it for you. I just read the synopsis for you in case you're interested in reading it. But I would recommend Beverly Lewis. Like I said, she's a fantastic Amish writer, a Christian writer. So if you want to read any of her books, I would recommend them. So I did get that read while I was, just relaxing with no internet or TV. So I hope you have a fantastic day. This is a day that the Lord has made, so we will rejoice and be glad in it. I hope to be back with more videos since I do have a way to upload them now. I'm Simply Debbie Sue, and God loves you, and so do I.